No stone goes unturned. May 8, 2014. Beautiful bright hearts, what a splendid journey each of you are on. Most of you have had your fair share of setbacks. You may sometimes feel like you have failed when a mistake in life crosses your path, but what you have uncovered is an unlimited amount of ways to try that will bring you closer to success as you learn from what didn't work. Have you ever imagined your life if you gave up the first time a challenge or difficult situation presented itself to you? Inside each of you is a precious power, your resiliency, your ability to come back after a setback. The part of you that gives you the motivation to overcome those challenges so you can accomplish your goals with renewed strength is a vital part of your makeup. Why is being resilient so important? Well, beautiful bright hearts, it provides you with the ability of being able to adapt and bounce back when your plans take a sudden different route. It is well determined. The dear people of this world that are resilient do not wallow on their failures or mishaps. They maturely acknowledge what the situation is. They then learn from their mistakes, then forge ahead. The dear souls that are strong with resiliency look at challenges as something to learn from. They don't see any challenges as something negative, or an inadequacy of their abilities or self-worth. Life is a lesson, and they embrace the entirety of it, the good along with the bad. It is easy to point out someone that you know that is resilient as they display an innate commitment to their lives, their goals, and to their mission. No matter what challenge they are facing, they always are compelled to rise each day with enthusiasm. Their commitment isn't just displayed in the work that they perform. They are completely committed and dedicated to all their relationships, their friendships, what touches their heart, their spiritual practice, and anything else that they care genuinely about. A person that is resilient will spend the majority of their time concentrating on situations or events that they do have control over. They have a natural understanding ability to know where their efforts are needed, where they will have the most impact, and feel empowered and confident from the work they do. On the other hand, the dear souls that spend their time wallowing in grief and worrying about uncontrollable situations or events will often find themselves feeling powerless and unable to take action. It is important to try to comprehend that the more optimistic you are, the more resilient you also are. Optimistic and resilient people tend to perceive what is going on around them in logical and mature manner. They have the ability to view the effects of a difficult situation as being a temporary situation instead of seeing a difficult situation as a permanent one. In addition, beautiful bright hearts, those that are strong with resiliency don't allow setbacks or difficult situations affect or change other unrelated areas of their life. They may use different words to describe their lack in certain abilities, such as "I'm not too good," instead of "I'm no good at all." It is also well understood that the medical industry has studied so many different ranges of the mental and emotional human and their psyche, and yes, they have studied and observed the characteristics of the resilient human. The dear souls that are resilient do not blame themselves when something bad occurs. What happens instead is that they see the circumstance as the cause. It is true, the more resilient you become, the more positive you will view your life and future. No matter what is going on around you, it is important to remember nothing is permanent, all is temporary, and that there are bigger, brighter, and better days ahead. Resilient people understand this, and so do all people deep down. Learning how to view adversity in a healthful manner does affect your ability to succeed, and it is one of the most important factors about having a resilient mindset. You know by now, life is filled with unfairness, and that mistakes will happen. It's an inevitable part and fact of life. But each and every mistake made offers so much to learn from. The only way to avoid mistakes or unfairness is to shut yourself in, and never venture outside, never try anything nor take a risk. You are not meant to live a shut-in life. You are meant to experience all that life has to offer. Encourage yourself to seek your dreams and goals despite the risk of setbacks from possibly making a mistake. How else are you going to develop, learn and grow? Being resilient, dear ones, means that when you meet failure, you have the strength to come back and face the situation. You learn from it, You don't hide it or pretend it isn't there, because in truth you cannot for very long. Then you move forward on to new and different things. Even if you are not the most resilient person right this moment, doesn't mean you cannot develop this natural mindset and attitude. All you need to do is incorporate a few new ways of thinking and being into your daily routine of life. Always ensure you are well rested each day. Find ways that exercises the body, what gets it moving that you can easily manage and make reducing stress an invaluable personal project. Understand, beautiful bright hearts, when you take care of your mind and body, you are better at coping more effectively when difficult situations come your way. Become aware of your thoughts more often. Those that are already resilient do not permit negative thoughts to derail their efforts. What they do is consistently practice positive thinking, and they listen to the self-talk that can occur when a situation presents itself that gives subtle clues of possible difficulty. If you find yourself making a declaration, even if it's to yourself, that talks about permanence, frequency, or is personal, then it is up to you to improve and correct these thoughts that are going on in your mind. Becoming more resilient also brings you to cognitive restructuring, where you change the way you currently think and view negative situations and events. Allow the mistakes, misfortunes, and failures to teach you. Don't end the search of what the meaning they have brought until you have turned over every stone and found every lesson. And try to remember the challenges you have faced already have made you stronger and definitely wiser. Embrace the growth and development that you will come into after you move through a difficult situation. Congratulate yourself for your perseverance, patience, and tolerance, for the fact you kept going, and still you are here. The dedication and commitment you gave illuminated your resilient nature, and you pushed through, and you will so again. When bad and difficult days come, become mindful of your response. A resilient dear soul will and does go through their share of crisis, but they understand how they respond and how they react is vital to the situation. It is your choice to deny, to react negatively, to panic, to remain calm, to be logical, and to acknowledge in order to reach a solution you can accept. Remember, dear ones, your reaction is always your choice, therefore your responsibility. When a difficult situation presents itself, it's important to maintain your perspective. Don't allow the situation to overwhelm you by blowing events and situations out of proportion. Learn to observe using your logic and reasoning skills, and build your confidence. Set achievable goals, and learn from each experience. Confidence is essential to the development of your resilient side. The resilient person is confident of what they are doing and don't focus on not succeeding. They are confident that they will succeed regardless of setbacks, stress, misfortune, or anything that comes up trying to derail their focus. Having a strong belief of self will also enable you to take more risks, and this is a result of confidence being well constructed. The more resilient you become, the more strength you will encounter as you move forward from one challenge to another, taking on risks and learning all you need that will propel you even further. Make a point to develop relationships with other people, with the people you work with, the people you sometimes talk to. Build up your connections. Learn to become more resistant to stress. The less you allow stress to control your efforts, the more productive and capable you become. In addition, when you focus on developing relationships with those you are already friends with and those that your heart resonates with, you further develop your resiliency through their support. It is important to remember to treat all people with compassion and to be empathetic. A resilient person is flexible. They understand the suddenness of change and how easily goals can become sidetracked or let go. Beautiful bright hearts, I believe that each and every child of God can become more resilient. You do have the ability to face your challenges with commitment and control. Each day and each step will and does become easier, and you will feel stronger emotionally and mentally as you overcome your challenges and difficult events. You are encouraged to focus on positive thinking, to be enthusiastic, and to try to learn from the mistakes you have made. They never go away until you do. They remain in the back of your mind and will fester until you have learned their lesson. Be strong, beautiful bright hearts. Inside of you, You already have what it takes to succeed. We implore that you find your resilient spark and stoke its flame and vibrancy. You have so much yet to become. And so it is. I am Ascended Master, Lady Nada through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com